Minsan, konnichiwa. Let us continue our discussion on introduction to managerial accounting. So this is now module 00.03. Let us now continue with the topic process management. So this is an important concept in the business for which it details the events, the activities that the business goes through. A business process is a series of steps that are followed in order to carry out some tasks in a business. And this series of activities must be managed. That's why we have process management. And although we have a long time ago have a process management, the strategy of the company always influence these steps, these processes. Okay, so what are the strategies? So let us recall what we have learned in previous modules about the strategy. Okay, there are three aspects that we can implement our strategy in a company. But process management is about making the process smoothly, effectively, efficiently. And there are several what we call technology, or strategy, or steps, methodology. For example, the concept of value chain is very important in processes. Okay? So there we must put a value on this chain of events. Okay? If not, we value those processes, because if we have a process that is not effective, that is not efficient, it will what? It is similar to wasting of money, wasting of time, wasting of energy, wasting of effort, without possible benefits in return. So we have to value each and every steps of this process. Okay? Business functions making up the value chain. Example, it would start in production. And if the production is so complicated enough to merit study, we have research, either on the process itself, the company operational process, or the process of the production line, the research on the product itself, or the research on the process events and activities that the company deals with all of the time. So it is one of the potential target for our application of value chain. Product design, okay, is a chain of events that gradually series of improvement, no? Series of improvement. So product design, you cannot make a product that, although theoretically you can, but it is not the most effective way, I may say, no? Because even if you say it is an effective design, effective product, effectively designed product, we need what? We need feedback from several sources along the line, and ultimately from the customer who will use that product. Okay, and that feedback will go back to the product design drawing board. It must be taken care of, must be considered in the next cycle of design improvement. So next would be manufacturing. After researching, after the design effort, we are now ready to manufacture it. Later on, we can have some modification in the manufacturing process, but let us manufacture first, then allow us to get feedback. However, the mentality of different cultures about this is very different. Okay, there are some cultures that will favor dominantly the feedback of customer, so they will what make a product which are not very sensitive in quality attributes. Okay, because if the client are satisfied, why we have to spend so much energy and effort in researching and product design when the clients are satisfied with a simple one? Okay? Okay? But there are cultures that not only focused on satisfying the client, but there are additional functionalities that could make the client think that, wow, this product is better than the other one. Okay? Although they both solve the same problem. Okay? For example, air conditioning. Air conditioning brand A, air conditioning brand B. They can both satisfy a client. But there are other functionalities like remote control. Okay? Like the noise suppression system. Because as you can, if you can hear, our air conditioning is noisy as it is running right now. So there are brands that may incorporate noise suppression system. Okay, so therefore, although the noise is not a problem for the client, the main problem is the comfort in terms of temperature. But due to additional added functionality. So there are cultures like that, and also additional other cultures like Japan. Not only quality but life cycle. Japanese products are known to last longer than, for example, Chinese product. Let's admit it. Let's admit it. It is not favoring one from the other, but from our experience of their product. Okay? From our experience of their product, we can say that Chinese products are more disposable one. Japanese products are but better one because it could last longer. But since it could last longer, it have to be repaired because of they are more expensive. They're more, for example, if your product is ×3 of the price and lasts 3 times the length of time, it is equal because one product, for example, you can buy 3 times. For example, if your product sells 3 years, this one is per year, you can buy brand new one per year for the same price. Okay, and it might be better to have your aircon brand new per year. Okay, there's a different thinking. It depends on the decision making of the customer. Which one will they favor? However, quality is always one of the sought after attributes by the customers. Okay, so that's why we have our own personal experiences in our country. There are China brand, China made, Japan brand, Japan made. So we know if ever we are capable to buy, we can always, usually we choose quality. Okay. So marketing. It is in the marketing is the way they present their product. They inform the public. They inform the public that are supposed to be interested in that product. Not all of the public, not the general public, specific market segment of the public. Those are the public that are with the demands of that certain product. It's useless to inform somebody which no intention of buying aircon. For example, if the family do not have electrical connection, how can you offer? Aircon is not important because, for example, they are living in a very good ventilated place which are comfortable. It's not hot. It's not humid, not hot. So they are comfortable, safe place. What is the need for air conditioning? Okay, so you can inform them of your products all you want, but they will not buy. So that is not a market. A market are the public who are supposed to be interested in your product. Okay, distribution. You can have a very good delivery service, and that will right now delivery service is very important. If the delivery is taking too long or taking so many checks, check in this one, call this one, checking, where is the product delivery status. So, but if the product delivery is so great, after applying for the delivery of the product immediately, after 1 day, the product is at your doorstep. So that is ideal. Okay. So distribution, you cannot do it one customer at a time. You have to be effective and efficient in delivery also as from the point of view of the company. So that to minimize what? Wastage of resources. Okay. For example, all the nearby delivery have to be assigned to one delivery area, another delivery area, another delivery area. Okay? It's not by random, arbitrary. Okay? So there is a orderly setup of delivery of your product. And that way, you minimize what troubles, and you minimize complaints. Okay? And the last one is customer service. they do not encounter problems, troubles, then well and good. We do not need, but 100% we cannot do it. There are always problems, particularly with the demands and prices of customer. Okay, some are only prices, but still we need to be there for their inquiries, for their troubles, for their requirements. So if you are there, for example, you are just a call away, imagine we already have so many instances, experiences of contacting a number, contact number, we contact, but there are no one answering the phone. Okay, we do it 3 times in 3 days, week after week. After 3 weeks, we stop calling, and it is retained in our memory how bad the customer service of that company is, and it will be retained in our memory. Very difficult to erase that memory. Okay? Okay, so very good customer service is a part of a very effective and efficient value chain. That's why we call it value. We value customer service. We value this good distribution. We value good marketing. We value good manufacturing. We value product design. We value research. We value production. So these are a value chain of major business functions that add value to a company's products and services. Another concept is lean production. So in manufacturing of those products, we need lean production. What is lean production? Traditional thinking. Minimize unit cost by maximizing output. Okay, so that means we are actually being effective and efficient at the same time. Keep everyone busy. Idleness waste money. If our employees are not doing anything, that is wasting money, because we are continuously paying them, okay, per month or per hour or per day. Push products through the system, even if unsold inventory piles up in warehouses. Okay, so continuous. So therefore, you don't need to buy raw materials that are just for storage. You have to buy raw materials that will later on become a product, will be used to make a product. Then that product have to to be offered, get an order, and delivered to the customers. Okay, what is the point of buying so much raw materials and just storing them in the warehouse? Okay, so raw materials, products, parts, assemblies have to move from inner of your raw warehouse going out of the company for delivery. So the correct amount, the correct number, the correct quantity of product have to be properly planned, okay, to properly estimated. Okay, lean production. You don't need to rent a very big warehouse. If the the necessity for stock room is already half of it or 25% of it or 20% of it. So you need to rent the right size of the working area. You need to have the tools that are just enough. That is what we mean by lean. Okay, we minimize wastage by what? Per number or quantity of machine, right amount of capital money. We don't need so much capital if the operation is just small. Or if you have so much capital, why don't put it in more production plan and marketing of those products and finally offering them into the market. So in bigger volume. So what? Research, forecasting, generating buyers. So let us focus on those things so that we can have more usefulness of our what? Money. So money machine. So time. We don't need to waste time. Time. So keep everyone busy. So these are the concept of lean production. Must be efficient and effective. Okay. Step 1, identify value in specific products and services. So let us identify per specific product. What are those? Let us list down. By listing down, step 2, identify the business process that delivers value. Okay. So after step 1, we now have to identify business process. Business process are those, and we can go back. Business process, marketing, distribution, customer service. Okay, business process. Okay, so these are the function actually that creates business. In addition, you can correct forecasting and a section, some number of people that could be assigned to generate buyers, to generate clients. Okay. For example, there is a 1 or 2 person that will be assigned for promoting the product, so or promotion activities. Right? So these are some of the business process that delivers value. Okay? Organized work arrangement around the flow of the business. So you can assign certain individual to do this and do that, or do the combination of that, because it is more logical than the, for example, the traditional one. So the areas for improvement are actually endless. Okay, it depends upon only on your what? On your own imagination. If you can't think of anything, so how can you imagine an improvement, and how can you even implement it? Okay. There are so many things that you can always do for the betterment of the company. But most of us are just doing the boring part of waiting for the salary rather than helping the company grows. Okay. Step 4, create a full system that responds to customer orders. Okay. Full system. So it gives us the sense of dragging our feet, our effort to respond to customers' demand, particularly because the customers' demand is ordering our product. So that must be a priority. Okay, create a pull system. Okay, pull. So we need to respond. Okay, and continuously pursue perfection in the business process. So it is cycle. This is a cycle. Okay. So a small improvement is enough. Then just continue. Do not think and waste so much time thinking how to improve. Just think of a way how can you improve it very slightly. Then be satisfied with it. Another cycle. Maybe at the next cycle, we can improve another small things. And then after some time, after 5 years, after 10 years, the improvements will be great. And we can compare our product 10 years ago to the product now. So we can say, wow, too much difference exists between the two. So, depend. For example, in a cell phone, that is too much difference. For example, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and now the difference in cell phone model is great. It's too great. Okay? So that's why we don't need to exert wasting time, effort. Just be on the lookout always on the lookout. Okay. And supply chain management. Therefore, we have the value chain, and supply chain is the term commonly used to refer to the coordination of business processes across companies to better serve the customers. So across the company. So our value chain is inside the company going to the customer, but here the supply chain involves our suppliers, our dealers, okay, and our delivery partners, okay. So that, for example, our warehousing partners, okay. There are companies specifically only warehousing, okay. There are companies that are that their business is warehousing, that their business is what? Control, product flow control. Okay. So if we say supply chain, it is the business activities coordination that involves our suppliers, our partners, okay, our what? Service partners, those partners that would service our broken products as our clients needs repair or replacement. For example, we have several companies that do not do their own repair and services. For example, Sony. For example, even Meralco. They have subcontractor that will do their services. Okay? But the coordination is so great because it is now fully computerized, automatic, and online. Somebody will call, the call will be redirected to the service partner. Okay? If you call, for example, Meralco, they will ask you, what is your address? Then immediately the call will be connected to the service partner in that area. The service partner in this area is different from service partner in this area. but the correct coordination is now what? Automatic. Okay? Automatic. Okay? So it better serves the client. But there are companies that even if you will call one day, nobody will answer. Okay? They are the number one telecommunication company, but they will not answer service. Okay? It is your experience. Let's be honest. That is our experience. Okay? And then, even if they do not have delivered their full 1 month service, or for example, internet connection, they will always have the fixed monthly billing. They will bill you always monthly. They will not be automatic. If you complain, they will deduct. They will deduct and they will accept. But that is automatic. That is very bad company. That is a very bad company. Okay. So that forms part of our short module. And once again, if you have anything, comment, reaction, please use our comment section below. Again, this is Dr. DrEYPEI, preaching engineering for nation building.